Hi, this is Rex Todd, and welcome to my page. Hey, we're here over at a friend of mine's house, Darren V. Anyway, this piece here, Darren's the one that got me into collecting. This is the first piece that he ever showed me and said, you know what, Todd, you need to start collecting these because of the card. And this is the actual first piece that he showed me, and he bought it. And then I ended up buying an 88 Jordan. But this is my good friend Darren. He's the one that got me into collecting. This is about 1989. We were at a card show. So Darren, I'm going to ask you, what got you into collecting starting lineups?
Everybody was selling cards at card shops, and in the late 80s, everybody was just starting to get all hooked and bothered by stuff. And you walked into Toys R Us and you started seeing these crazy things sitting there, and you went, wow, those are really cool. And the key thing is they had a card in them. So you think, wow, we know some people, it's not their rookie card, but for this company and in the 80s, it was their rookie card. So it became something where it had a card, and the figure's cool, but all it mattered was that they had a card. And that's what got, I think, me excited. And I started selling them at card shows and buying and selling, buying and selling.
And what year is this about?
Oh, that was 88, 89. That was, when the card market just started taking off.
Very cool.
So
you also collect other things too. What else do you collect?
Well, again, Hot Wheels, cards, Hot Wheels, NASCARs. I mean, for me, it was looking for a different niche in the market that everybody else was selling baseball cards. And not everybody was looking at, hey, there's NASCARs, and they had cars in them, and they were starting lineups, and they had anybody that was making a card, it became a niche. Not everybody's niche took off. Some of them went skyrocket, which was what these guys have done today. And where I look at some of the NASCAR cards and stuff like that, where they're not worth as much.
Yeah. Okay, go. So anyway, we got he recently got back into collecting the starting lineups again, like me, through the COVID, and he just ordered some starting lineups. So let's look at him real quick, what he got. He just got this in, last week?
Bought somebody's collection they were trying to get rid of.
And I haven't even seen him yet, so we thought we'd save it for the video. So let's see what you got here.
There was a couple of ugly ones and a couple of good ones.
So you got the 80, 88, and what did you pay for this?
For the whole box, I got $400. I gave him $400. There was some baseball and some basketball.
Okay, now let's look at the condition. What's the condition like?
That one wasn't as great.
This one's got a hole on the top, so I don't think did they show that in the pictures?
No, I think in the packaging, because I found some of the plastic at the bottom.
Okay, so we got a 91 Jordan. This one, what do you think? It's got a little bit of a slight stain right here. Other than that, this piece looks pretty good. I'd probably give it a 75. 75. I'd probably give that a 75. And then we got a Jordan, 88 Jordan. Ooh. These are not easy to find. This one's yellowing a little bit. It's got a little ding in the corner.
Dime a dozen used to be. 5 in a case.
Got a sticker here. I don't know what's going on with that. Actually, what do you think you paid for the Jordan? It's hard to say, really, right?
I think, going by his average, I think I paid like $50 for those. So
yeah.
And
a Jordan for $50 right now in this condition is probably about a pretty good price. You look at the card, because people are grading these cards, and that card looks pretty good. I don't know if you know, the high sell on that card is $15,000, and it's a Gem Mint 10. I think it's a Gem Mint 10. I'm not 100% sure.
Out.
Let's see what else you got. Show it to me right here. You got a Kareem.
Another Kareem. There was a couple Kareems.
Kareem is undervalued. I don't know. He's probably a $20 piece, right?
Sad part is, and that's what got me started in it, because I was a big Kareem Abdul-Jabbar fan.
Yeah, Magic. That's a nice Magic. These pieces here, like this one, these are all undervalued. Way undervalued. This is another $20 piece. John Stockton. This is second year undervalued. It's probably a $12 piece, but it's sure is a nice one. It's a good looking piece.
This guy that had him, he said he had him from
Karl
Inception.
Malone, 90 Karl Malone.
So these are one owners.
Looks pretty good. These look pretty good. They weren't played with too much. Nobody really looked at the Karl Malone. Now this is a tough piece. This is a 90 Drexler. You don't see a lot of these. I had one of these once, and I remember I sold it to someone that wanted them, and I wish I had it back because this piece here is probably a $25 piece. This one especially, it's in good shape. There's nothing wrong with this one.
Most of them were pretty clean.
Dominique, you don't hardly see this piece either. It's a 90 Dominique. Don't see a lot of these.
The Chuckster.
Okay, Barkley, that's a nice piece. It's got a little ding in the corner right there, but overall looks pretty good. 91 Jordan. This is the one Jordan I don't have. I got all the Jordans but this one. And this one, the cards moved a little bit, but maybe you can shake it. I might want to talk to him after this and try to pick this one up from him. We'll see.
Again,
And then Derek Coleman, this one, what were you say?
not a big deal to most people, but I just always liked the color. It stood out than all the rest of the uniforms back then. That color really always stood out. Not a demandable piece, not a high-priced piece, but a cool-looking piece in my book.
Yeah, it's a cool piece. Not a Derek Coleman. He could have panned out a little bit more. This is a tough. It's 88. This was hanging everywhere back in 88. I remember, but now they're hard to get. You just don't see the Isaiahs around. You used to see them everywhere. They were everywhere. And then of course Dennis Rodman's rookie 91. That's a cool piece. And this thing's in pretty good shape. I'd say it's in real good shape. So then these are the basketball. I think he's got some other ones. Let's see what we got in baseball. What did you get?
There's the other Jordans.
Another Jordan. Okay. Pretty clean. It's got the sticker on it, but some people don't mind the sticker. I personally don't like them, but if they're on there and you get them, you kind of got to get what you can get. I wouldn't try to take them off myself. I would just leave them on because I don't want to tear it. I'd rather have the sticker on there than. But then again, you look at the card, and the card, man, the card looks really good. Yeah, really, really good. So these people are grading these cards out.
Another one of my outside favorites.
Byron Scott. This piece is really, they didn't make a lot of him either. A lot of people don't remember him, but if you were into the 80s, watching Bird and Magic, Byron Scott, he was a dead-on shooter. So that's a good piece. Joe Dumars, another good piece. These 90 pieces, you don't see them around a lot. They're still fairly inexpensive. So if you want to get one, you could probably go on eBay and get them fairly cheap. 2 Dumars.
That one's a little better shape.
Pretty good shape. It's all about conditioning on these, and these look pretty good. There's a little bit of a ding right there, but other than that, this one's pretty good. Yeah, the 90 Dumars, and of course Chris Mullins. He's pretty popular piece. These 90s are pretty neat because they're you just don't see them. You don't see a lot of them. They're still for sale online. You can still pick them up, but.
And this is what got me to order what I ordered.
Okay, the 89.
This guy had a bunch of 89 baseball.
These 89 baseball, I'm a big fan of 89 baseball. They're short printed more so than the 88s, and these pieces you just don't see them as often.
That's the piece I like.
This one, I got one of these myself, and I just got one of these myself. And this piece here, you just don't see it either. You'll see them online once in a while. Most of the time they're beat up, but the 89 Brett, these are more expensive than the 88s. Most of the 89s are. If you notice, if you go online, the 89s, they didn't make as many. So
they're a real great picture.
Brent Saberhagen, I'm sure most people remember him. Good piece, though. Nice condition. Very cool. Yeah, very cool. So this is what he got. He like I said, Darren's got back into collecting. I'm going to do another video. We're going to go outside and look at a little bit more of his collection. But as of this video right now, we're just going to call it what it is, and hope you guys enjoyed it.
$400.
$400. And was there any more?
Empty the box.
Empty the box. So he paid $400. I mean, you can kind of do the math. If you think you got a good deal or not, go ahead and give me a comment what you think. And then again, I want to thank Darren for being on my video, and we'll see you soon, and happy hunting.